thanks this year to Donald Trump and all the loons, Karens, Kool-Aid drinkers, D-list celebrities, and unqualified weirdos he put up for office who scared some sense into America on Election Day.
I went from looping the greatest fucking thing to the worst. I can't wait to, like, not agree with Bill Maher on an issue that we might even end up agreeing on because he takes the absolute worst lesson from something, okay? Literally every fucking time I watch a Bill Maher video, it's like we should agree, but you're such an asshole. And you're so on the wrong side of an argument that you should be on the right side of, like, that I can't even come to agreement with you, okay?
And thus made this holiday season so much brighter for me and millions of other Americans. Thank you, Republican douchebags, class of 22.
I don't understand the appeal of Bill Maher. Is it just old people? I mean, he's like, he's for rich, whiny, out-of-touch elitist liberals and Republicans. He is in many respects, the perfect commentator for people who think that, like, the New York Times op-ed section has a diversity of thought, okay? Neoliberals on the left, or not left, but like left towards the Overton window and where the Overton window is, and neoliberals on the right, you know? Elitist, bi-coastal, annoying boomers who call themselves moderates. The New York Times subscribers, you know, that's it. That's who this motherfucker appeals to.
Thank you, Doug Mastriano and Tudor Dixon and Carrie Lake and Blake Masters and all the other election deniers who ran for Secretary of State and governor in swing states and lost, which was almost all of them. And thanks to decent Republicans.
What? Fuck every single chatter here piling on with the Boston hate? Oh my God, you're really owning up to the masshole take, bro. Thanks so much for the understanding. Not everyone born here is an asshole. Bro, I don't know. Like, we're fucking joking, brother. Like, can you calm down? Like, you're really fucking up the vibes right now. You're crying about, like, you're crying about being a masshole right now. Chill, okay? Dog, I went to college in New Jersey. It is embarrassing, okay? Like, literally, it's something that I don't fucking admit. I went to college in Florida and New Jersey. Even worse, okay? Two of the worst fucking places that you could have ever spent time in. Shut the fuck up. Okay, I will stop defending myself and others. Holy, should have never admitted that. I know, it's embarrassing. But, like, sometimes you got to fucking explain to people that and take an L so they can also take an L gracefully.
Republicans like Brad Raffensperger, who defied Trump and won. Yes, in 2022 against everybody's predictions except Michael Moore. The deniers lost and the defiers won, and America showed the world that the reports of our death were slightly exaggerated. We went from goddamn America to goddamn America. Maybe we're not quite as crazy as we look. Republicans showed they could dump their baggage, and independents showed they could actually be independent. Usually they're just closet Republicans, but this year they did what they never do in midterms. They came out in droves for the party in power and told the party that ran on a platform of fuck elections, go fuck yourselves. Sometimes this country...
Oh, God. Bill Maher is the type of liberal that, like, makes me wish for a fucking red wave, dude. I swear to God. Holy shit. He's so cringe. He's so painfully cringe.
Surprises you with its ability to revert back to sane. We saw it when we elected the first black president. We saw it with the acceptance of gay marriage and with the end of disco. We saw it when we ended prohibition and segregation and stopped allowing doctors to smoke during surgery. One day, we may even stop making comic book movies. Sure, we're a country that chose to deliberately eat Tide Pods, but how about some credit for when we have...
God, he's such a fucking boomer, dude. Yo, is there a person that's writing in the Bill Maher comedy room that's like under the age of 73? There can't be, right? Like he almost had it with the fucking Marvel movies, you know, shitting on Marvel. Easy dub, okay? Everybody agrees with it. If you want to be like at least a little bit fucking, a little bit like controversial, you could just do that, okay? It's not even. I think it's the entry point, right? But then turning around and immediately doing the fucking Tide Pod joke is like, okay, well, you...
eventually stopped. But this year was something special. Our better angels haven't put up a win like that in a long time. Turns out we're not guilty by reason of insanity, and right now, I feel like we're having a not as crazy as we thought moment. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going.
Yeah, he made a relevant joke, like disco.
Let's rally the normies, which we now realize are still most of us, and bully the bullies on the extreme ends, who are such a tiny part of us, and yet, thanks to social media and partisan politics, are able to hog the microphone and make everything suck. Our friend Jonathan here noted on 60 Minutes that the extremists are only about 7 to 8% on both sides, and yet they get 90% of the media attention. 92% of all...
Dog, you literally do that. What the fuck? Maybe time for some self-reflection. This homie just said extremists on both sides. Half the shit that he covers is literally like... literally just like a random 18-year-old in college yelled at a professor for a microaggression. Let's make that national news. There has never been a moment where like someone who's studying like, gender theory... People who are studying gender theory in their freshman year in college can't even fucking sneeze without Bill Maher knowing about it and covering it, okay? And making it the most important problem. This is exactly how the fucking left is. This is how extremist they are, okay? God forbid, like, some liberal arts university with, like, 11 fucking students has a moment where like one of the fucking students is like, hey, I didn't like that you said the N-word, professor. Oh my God.
Tweets in this country come from 10% of the users. Why are we letting 15% of the population make us all miserable? It's like we're letting the crying baby fly the plane. All the normal Republicans who stepped up last week, great beginning. Let's keep it going. Don't stay silent about insanity just because it's...
Oh, here it is. This is literally the Nancy Pelosi, we need a strong and normal Republican take, okay? There it is. I was waiting. I was like, when is he going to cut through the annoying bullshit fucking... boomer humor and get to the heart of the story, which is the part where I will definitely disagree with. And here it is.
It's coming from your team. Call out this conspiracy stuff. Marginalize the people who believe in crisis actors.
Yeah, let's get back to business as usual. You know what I mean? Where we have immigration detention centers, where like we are still, annoying about trans people and we are spreading harmful narratives about that shit, but like not to a degree that it's offensive to my audience, okay? Come on.
And lizard people.
How many times has this motherfucker done the teenage trans surgery narrative shit, okay? It's just like, I want to be civil when I'm talking about constantly and consistently teenage genitals, okay? That's what I want. Bill Maher. I'm Bill Maher, and this is what I want.
And who think Democrats eat babies or run pedophile rings. Jewish space lasers? I don't even know what a Jewish space laser is. But I know even Kyrie Irving doesn't believe in it.
Not bad, not bad. That's a decent joke.
We all need to call out the people of bad faith on both sides who pretend things they know are not true. Like voter fraud, it's been studied 1,000,000 times. It doesn't exist. There just aren't hordes of people showing up in gray-haired wigs pretending to be dead people and risking prison to vote for Patrick Leahy. Voting twice, it's hard enough to vote once. Okay, you admit that, and liberals will admit that getting a picture ID is not a Herculean burden that minorities can't manage like everybody else. And
wait, what? That's quite no, dude. That is the point. The point is, it is hard. That is the reason why they want to do the fucking voter ID shit, so they can stop people from Bro, you just literally said you don't. Oh my God. He just said, like, stop voting is not easy. Okay. He just admitted that. And then he turns around and he's like, let's make it harder. I don't have an issue with universal ID. I don't have an issue with voter ID. If we have universal ID, countries that have voter ID have universal ID. Turkey is one of them. Okay. You don't just have to get a driver's license. You have, like, a social security number, a universal ID that you get for free. Okay? If you have a free universal ID system, then yeah, sure, that's fine.
which most don't even object to. We need more grand bargains like that. Everyone's always talking about how they're tired of the extremists and how they long
He even used grand bargain as a term. Jesus Christ,
for compromise.
dude.
Then do it. Make deals. Stop flirting with authoritarianism, and we'll stop flirting with communism. Stop saying...
What the fuck? Americans don't have IDs? Yes. In the United States of America, there are plenty of people who don't have fucking IDs. Why? Because IDs are licenses, okay? The form of identification that you have in most states is just a fucking driver's license. And on top of that, it costs money and time that you usually don't fucking have. Like, not many people could just like take time out of their fucking day to go and wait for like 2.5 hours in the middle of the fucking day to go and get an ID. It's psychotic, I know. And also on top of that, you need transportation to be able to go and get the ID itself. Transportation, and this is like mind-boggling to people, right? I assume you're like shocked. You're like, what? Americans don't have fucking like regular IDs? Like everybody just doesn't have an ID? No, motherfucker. Also, in order to even get it, you need transportation. Everything is far from each other, and there's no public transportation. So what the fuck are you supposed to do if you're poor, if you're dead broke, okay, and you're working every goddamn day? It's a one-time thing, not hard to find 2 hours. Bro, it is, though. It is, okay? We're talking about everyone. We're talking about, like, a thing that will impact every single person. You, in your fucking Connecticut McMansion that your parents worked for, are not going to be able to comprehend how hard it is because you already have a busted-down, beat-up Honda Civic that your older brother gave you that you can use to drive around everywhere and smoke the most mid-fucking weed in secrecy, okay? That's the difference. You're just saying, not for you. Not for me, it isn't. That's not how this works. That's not how we cut policy. We don't cut policy for Twitch watching neats. Okay? We're cutting policy. When we're talking about policy, we're talking about like the poorest person. The person in the worst condition overall. Okay? That's how you're supposed to cut policy. Notice how, if a country's like a team or a family, you're only as strong as the weakest link, right? You're supposed to be working towards that. You're supposed to be making sure that the person with the least will still be able to get these basic amenities. Okay?
Saying Democrats eat babies. And we'll stop saying men can have them.
This is quite literally Bill Maher doing the thing that he was earlier in the conversation shitting on. The idea that can men get pregnant? Trans men can get pregnant, okay? It is so insanely irrelevant and so marginal that spending more than 3.5 seconds on this beyond just saying, yeah, trans men could get pregnant technically, okay? Not many of them are interested in doing so for obvious reasons, because you would have to get off HRT, okay, specifically, if you want to do so, is just such an insanely unimportant part of the conversation. These motherfuckers are trying to cut articles all the time, okay? I think even on HRT they can get pregnant. I'm certain that it's I think you still need to get off hormones. Okay? It would be kind of difficult, I think, to get on become pregnant while you're on hormones. I'm pretty sure you have to. No, HRT does not make you sterile. You do have to get off them. I've heard conflicting conversations. I've heard conflicting takes from trans people. So maybe, I don't know. But ultimately, it doesn't matter. Bro, it doesn't matter. Why are we acting like, first of all, even if every trans man on the fucking planet was like, I want to get pregnant, who gives a fuck? Okay? I thought the point was getting, the point was like increasing the birth rate. Oh my God, that's a big problem. Why the fuck is it almost, why the fuck is it all of a sudden an issue when it's a trans person doing it? And also, that's number one. And number two, like literally who gives a fuck? There's like 3 people on the planet that have done this, okay? And every single one of them has had an article written about it. I'm sorry, I'm not having a conversation about this. It is so fucking beyond the pale stupid to be like, oh, trans man can get pregnant, trans man can't get pregnant. It's like, who gives a fuck? I hate it. It's always like, it's always so silly and so stupid. A lot of these places are either A, correcting the record on shit, or B, just writing articles because they have a million things to write articles on. They're trying to make money, so they're just writing articles about this shit. This does not dictate anything, okay? It's so silly. It's such a silly thing to just like lose your mind over, dude. It's not that you can't have kids. It's recommended to get off like an all medication, lower birth defects, but always talk to your doctor anyways. Like there isn't this fucking, first of all, there aren't that many trans people in general, okay? With respect to the rest of the population, there aren't that many trans people, okay? We're just talking about raw numbers, okay? And percentages. But then also on top of that, there is an increasingly insanely smaller percentage of the already small number of trans people out there that are like, I'm a trans man, but I want to be pregnant. Okay? Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy to just like fucking talk about this as though it's like literally an issue. Like, who cares? Why the fuck do you care? What is it to you? The only reason why you would ever bring this up is because you are desperately seeking for like things that your audience finds cringe or bad or crazy about the left, okay? And you really can't do the normal shit that every leftist is like actually fucking yelling about, like universal health care, making the cost of insulin be $0 fucking dollars at the point of purchase for, people with diabetes, or I don't know, adequate social security, adequate social safety nets, affordable housing. These are the things that leftists are extreme about, motherfucker. That's what most people are talking about. Even trans people are not like, oh man, we really got to fucking be ride or die on correcting the record on whether trans men can get pregnant or not. They can. They absolutely can. But it doesn't even fucking matter. It's not even a point of conversation. If you were to ask, I'm sure if you were to ask trans people, like, what do you care about more? Okay? What do you care about more? The fact that, like, people should know that you have the capability of getting pregnant if you're a trans man, okay? If you're an AFAB trans man, or the fact that, like, if you were to get pregnant, it would cost you $30,000 minimum. I'm pretty sure all trans people would be like, no, I think we should talk about the cost of the healthcare instead of the fucking fact that trans men could get pregnant. It's so stupid. It's so dumb.
Stop denying the ice caps are melting, and we'll stop asking to disband ICE.
Yeah, no, ICE. Big necessity. Goddamn. Created in 2001. Big need for that. Before 2001, everybody knows. I mean, holy shit. Immigrants were coming in and doing crimes, and everyone was like, oops, can't do anything about that. It's so stupid, dude. Oh, God. Motherfucker said, here, if you stop denying the ice caps are melting, if you stop denying that global warming is a real fucking problem impacting every single person, we'll stop advocating for good, smart things. Like the disbanding of an agency that is purely just the Gestapo.
Stop.
As a trans man who knows some of the intricacies of trans male pregnancy, yeah, I really care a lot more about the medical bills. Yeah, like thinking that trans men are hyper obsessed with becoming pregnant instead of like, being able to pay for their fucking surgeries, or when they get sick, be able to go to the doctor, or even, more like trans specific things like not being victim to fucking violence and dehumanization every step of the fucking way is literally idiotic. Okay? Of course. Of course, that's what trans men and trans women and trans people in general care about significantly more. Than like whether or not some trans men are going to want to be pregnant at some point, which literally is so insignificant. Like,
stop saying there's a war on Christmas, and we'll admit Kwanzaa's completely made up.
Damn. Immediately panning to the black person there. That's okay. Yeah. Unlike Christmas, which is not made up. They literally panned to the black woman there. That's wild.
Keep a lid on
God, liberals are so fucking
the Proud
unhinged.
Boys, and we'll see what we can do about Kanye. All right. Let's all agree to form a less psycho union.
Again, only reason why he says Kanye West. Only reason why. I wonder why he says Kanye West is a liberal. I wonder why he thinks Kanye West is a liberal, even though he's like going to run on the conservative platform a second time now.